the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth, the sea, and all that is in them.
Well, that was pretty vague. Let me check the source material, the Bible itself, oft times referred to as the Word of God. Nothing there. God said, "Let there be light," and there was light, and God saw the light, that it was good, and God divided the light from the darkness. Well, this doesn't look like the Word of God to me, because if it is the Word of God, then God is very much speaking in the third person. It sounds like somebody blaring about God. It actually sounds like somebody very ignorant blaring about God. Let's switch this around a little bit and say it was me who created the earth and the heavens and said, "Let there be light." Well, first I had to invent the laws of physics. Out of nothing. There was no fucking proto-drawings. There was no brainstorming. I just knew exactly what I wanted, and there was all these physical parameters, and I knew that if I didn't include time, there'd be no point in doing it. It would be really fucking boring because nothing would ever change. So I created space-time and the laws of physics that would govern all the cause and effects within it, and then I came up with these photons that would let everybody see everything. I created light, and it was fucking amazing because this thing, it took about 11 dimensions. This thing travels so fast, it acts as a particle and a wave, and I did that by having it flick between the different dimensions and having a sort of time dilation around the particle effect. You know, if it was the Word of God, you would have creator input. You would have a lot more authority to this. You wouldn't have this Bronze Age, well, God did it, he said let there be light, and there was light, and it was good. Believe me. It wouldn't be like that. It would be much more informative, much more authoritative, and God himself would know that by the 20th century we would have a little bit of knowledge about quantum physics and subatomic particles and wavelengths and light and stuff. So he's not going to say, we'll baby this down for the Bronze Age idiots. He would have full understanding of every cause and effect relationship in his physical interdimensional universe. He would know that the 21st century was coming. He'd know what it was comprised of. He'd know what people were capable of understanding because he would know the potential, because he built it into us in the first place. So there's no reason for him to basically baby this down into a sort of shite piece of information that only a naive child would buy into.
And since the dawn of creation, God's attributes are seen and known by all. As a building requires a builder, creation demands a creator.
Oh, well, allow me to retort.
Okay, so you've drawn the building analogy. The buildings were built, designed by people, and sometimes the people sit around wondering, well, where did we come from? Who designed us? Who created us? So in the same way, after God has created us, in your analogy, he would then be able to sit down and take the time to think, well, who created me? Your God is not the be-all and end-all in your analogy, because he has his own creator who puts him in the Garden of Eden and tempts him with serpents and fucking apples. And he does have plenty of time to sit around thinking about these things because he hasn't done anything for 2,000 years. In fact, his powers have been waning continually since he created this universe.
Design points to a gifted designer.
In the same way that taking your world view from a 2,000-year-old text, which is obviously produced in a certain amount of ignorance, and then held up as the Word of God, points to one ignorant motherfucker.
Our amazing universe reveals the glory of an awesome creator. God's wonders surround us.
Let me bring back my Bible piece for a second here. And God said, let there be a firmament in the midst of the water, let it divide the waters from the waters. And God made the firmament and divided the waters which were under the firmament from the waters which were above the firmament, and it was so. This fucking firmament theory is the dome theory, isn't it? It's like the whole universe is our little flat earth with a bit of a dome over it that's got stars painted on it, and heaven is everything on top of that. You're glossing over this part of the Word of God to have a universe screensaver type thing in your background with the implication, look at this amazing universe, when your fucking book doesn't really believe in the universe the way science has shown it to be.
Join us now as we explore the message.
Join us now as we explore.
Explorers in the further regions of experience. Demons to some, angels to others. Welcome to the worst nightmare of all.